Ouch, I am not ready. Hello, how are you? I'm Julia, and for this video I'm going to be talking about the Briar U series, which is a spin-off of the Off-Campus series by L. Kennedy. You do not have to read the Off-Campus series to read these books, but in my personal opinion, the Off-Campus series is loads better than the Briar U series, so if you're going to read any of them, read the Off-Campus series. So the first book that I'm going to be talking about is The Chase, which follows Summer and Fitzgerald Fitz. Summer is Dean's little sister from the Off-Campus series. So we start off with them, it's like New Year's, and they already know each other. Summer really likes Fitz, like she wants to make out with him, and he's like, no, because it's against bro code, which I think is dumb. But anyway, Summer is moving after, I can't remember when it happens, but she ends up having to move to Briar because she was going to Brown and something happens and she needs a place to live, and Fitz lives in the house from the Off-Campus series, and Dean is like, they have an open room, you should live there. So she goes to live there, and Hunter, who is introduced in Dean's book as well, he is in this, and he likes Summer, and because Fitz is so, like, has his guard up about Summer and, like, just wants to be friends, she starts to see Hunter, and she's, like, not in it at all, and Fitz realizes that he likes her, and things progress from there. I really enjoyed this one. I gave this one 4 stars. I think that a lot of things were handled very shitty as characters, but it also was, it was very realistic of a 21-year-old who is kind of going through it currently, and this is how she just handled things. She just, like, didn't handle them in the correct way. Neither did Fitz. I thought it was written well, but it was shitty. So, like, the characters' actions were shitty. But I thought it was very realistic. I really liked Summer. I thought that her growth was done really well. Like, she started off as kind of, like, childish and very, like, whatever, go with the flow. And she kind of turned into, like, someone who was more responsible and cared more about school and, like, what she was doing. I thought Fitz was I liked Fitz. He wasn't my favorite, but I liked him. I thought he was good. He had some growth, like, he had some character development. Was it a ton? No, but it was there. I think Fitzy had a lot of heart. Fitz, that is they do call him Fitzy, but, he did have a lot of heart, and I think that, like, the shitty things that they both did, I think Summer did it out of, like, she was trying to just, like, not like him because he didn't like her, and Fitz did it out of, like, protecting himself from heartbreak. So, I liked that. I liked his development of, like, coming to terms with the fact that he liked her, and I thought that was sweet. I thought they really had, like, before they started dating and before they started, like, sleeping together, I liked their friendship. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good. Like, him helping her with her, essays and her helping him with, like, dressing better for, like, the interviews and stuff, because he's going to job interviews and stuff because it's his senior year. The only thing that I didn't like about this was that there were some holes, and I feel like even though this is a series, it's a series of standalones, and I feel like you should be able to read this, and if you don't want to continue, you shouldn't have to continue. And I don't even know if the thing that I'm talking about, which I probably should mention, is talked about after this book. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to be talking about sexual assault for a second. If that makes you uncomfortable, I will put a time thing here so you can skip. Basically, Summers, I can't remember if it was her professor or her TA for that professor, her fashion professor, basically likes her, and she's like, I have no feelings towards you whatsoever, I have a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. So he starts to he starts to kind of make things more difficult for her. So there's a fashion show, she can't make it on a certain day, or like her models can't make it on a certain day. Like she asked the football guys to do it, and he makes it on a day when they have an away game, because he knows that her models are the football team. And he comes on to her, and she's like, don't touch me. And so then he kind of gets the hint. But at the fashion show, he is in a closet or a room with another girl, and she has to break the door down to get to them. And she calls her dad, who's a lawyer, and he calls the dean. And I can't remember exactly how it ends, but it's never brought up again. And because he didn't touch her or do anything to her, because Summer got there first, there's nothing that they can do, I guess. I can't remember. I should probably read it. I found it. Okay, so she hears a scream. Summer does. She hears a scream, and then she's like, okay, I must be crazy. And then she's thinking about the TA, and she's like, he released me the instant I said no, but he was also stone cold sober that day and on university property. Tonight I saw him drink at least 3 glasses of red wine. Nora, the girl, she says no, and he says something to her. He calls her a cock tease. She cries out again, Nora, and then Summer opens the door and screams, let her go. So he does. His hand is cupped between her legs, and she's trying to push him away. She karate chops him. And Nora's kind of I guess that's the thing, is Nora's kind of awful to Summer. And so I didn't get that, make her evil, and then I don't know, it just didn't make any sense to me to are we making Summer a good person because she stopped it? Because I didn't get it. So she takes her to the dean's house. It's literally the last 10 pages. Oh, they fire him. But I don't think Nora presses charges. So that was my only issue, is there were some holes, and unnecessary holes. But also what I was saying about Nora, she was the villain, and I didn't understand why. It just seemed like a hero complex type thing for Summer, she's saving Nora, which, good for her. Okay, so I stopped filming because I could not get my thoughts about this in my brain to form a coherent sentence. So I'm back. I still don't know if my brain is gonna form a coherent sentence. Is that me and my glasses? Okay, so what I didn't understand about this was that this turns them into friends. So they're not the best of friends, but they have a truce thing. And I didn't understand why it had to be Nora who was sexually assaulted to get the professor to stop. Obviously it had to be Summer to stop it, or it didn't even have to be Summer to stop it. It could have just been anyone who heard Nora scream. But why did it have to be Nora? I didn't I get it, but I don't get it. I didn't think it was necessary. I think it could have been anyone. And so that's how I feel about that. I just felt like it was a plot point to get them to be like friends when Summer had told Nora previously that he was a creep, and Nora was like, you're just like stupid. So I didn't get it. But all in all, I thought this was a good book. I didn't hate it. I really like Fitz and Summer's relationship. And what I also don't mention is Summer and Brenna. I really enjoyed their friendship as well. It was like one of those friendships that, and I think it's mentioned in the book, that just starts and you don't even, like, you're just like, when did we meet? How did we meet? Like, how did we become friends? Like, why are you, like, my lost soulmate type of friendship? And I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, that's it. On to the next book. Next is The Risk, which follows Brenna and Jake. Brenna is the coach's daughter who is introduced in The Chase. She and Summer become best friends. And Jake, who plays for Harvard, Briar U's, like, team that they want to beat the most. I don't know what that word is. I don't know anything about sports. So I loved this one. This is a, like, forbidden romance type thing, because Jake plays for Harvard, and none of the guys on the Briar U team like Harvard, so it's like this, like, dumb hatred thing. So she starts to see him, and it's all kept a secret, and I thought this was done really well. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed Jake, and how he, at the beginning, was like, no distractions, no girlfriends, and it was really, I loved this, because it was like, there was another kid that was talking to Brenna, and he was, like, distracted, but he didn't really care, and so Jake was like, no girlfriends, and then he started to see Brenna, and he stopped everyone from, like, having distractions because he was jealous, and then they end up together, and I thought that was so good. Brenna, I liked her a lot. I thought she was fantastic. She, like, her red lips and her, like, strong attitude, like, I don't need no man, I just like to have you here type of thing, and I just thought it was really good. I really liked their relationship. I like how they, as a couple, like, went from, like, sleeping together to liking each other, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm trying to think of what else to say, because my review is I loved this one. I need a Jay Connolly in my life. So I thought this was really good. I liked the relationship between Brenna and her dad. I thought that it was written kind of like, because they have issues because of something that happened in the past, and she's moved out, and she has to move back in because her apartment floods, and the conversations that they have, and kind of her dad being worried and her being like, listen, I'm a grown-up, like, you need to understand that I've grown up and I've grown past the things that happened, and please understand that I'm no longer that child, and him just kind of being like a protective dad. And the growth between their relationship I thought was really good. I'm losing my voice. And then Brenna's growth and Jake's growth alone, like, as, like, two people, I thought that was done really well. Brenna, I don't know if there was a lot of growth with Brenna. I think she is kind of someone who knows who she is and rolls with that. Like, she obviously grows as a person throughout the book, but she kind of sticks with herself, and I liked that. Jake, his growth, going from, like, the no distractions to thinking she's a distraction. I thought that was an interesting thing. But, and then them liking each other. I really liked this. I suck at talking about books. But I really liked this. His friend, Jake's friend, I can't remember her name, but I didn't really like her. Thought she was kind of rude. Even though she did, like, give the bracelet, because there was a bracelet, and he gave it to Brenna to talk to her dad, to give her, like, luck. And then they break up for a hot second, and she's like, oh my god, I have his bracelet. And she gives it to his friend to give to him, and she almost doesn't give it to him. And I thought that was messed up. Because, like, you can be mad all day long about their relationship, but, like, why would you sabotage him? Because you like him. It was mean. And I didn't really like her. But the other thing that I didn't like in this was the toxic relationships. Brenna's cousin and her boyfriend, who are 0% in this, like, it's just through, like, text and, like, I think, like, one scene, she's with her cousin, but their relationship is, they break up, and they're on again, off again, and he's a dick, and by the end, they're engaged, and I was like, why? And then, Hollis and Rupi, I didn't like their relationship at all. I thought it was annoying. I thought Rupi was annoying. I thought Hollis, I really liked Hollis, and I think he's funny, but, like, I didn't like their relationship. Like, I can't imagine living with people who just constantly scream at each other, who are just constantly arguing, and I didn't like it. This was probably shit, but my review, not the book. This was my favorite, and I think the chase. So next is the play. I didn't like this one. Let me find it. Okay, I gave this 3 stars, but I gave it 2.5. So this follows Demi and Hunter. Hunter is in the chase, and after the situation with Summer and Fitz, he basically is like, okay, fuck relationships. I'm just gonna sleep with anyone that looks at me. And he just starts sleeping with a ton of people. And I think in the chase, or in the risk, he gets into a fight on the ice because he slept with someone's girlfriend, not knowing that it was the dude's girlfriend at Harvard. And they basically lose the entire season, and he kind of blames himself because he, like, broke his hand or his wrist in that fight. And so he's being a playboy. And Demi, who we meet in this book, is his partner in a psychology class, and they have to get together, and she is a therapist and he is the patient. I actually really enjoyed that part of the book. I thought it was interesting. I have no idea if it was real or not, the facts, but it was interesting. I liked that part. Demi has a girlfriend, a boyfriend. She has a boyfriend of, like, forever. I think it's, like, 6 years. And she finds out that he's cheating on her, and she, like, throws things. I didn't like this one. So, like, Hunter is basically, like, her friend. It's like friends to lovers. But I thought Demi was annoying. I didn't really believe in their relationship or their love. I thought that their relationship was extremely questionable. It just seemed kind of like he was a rebound for her, and he was still kind of, like, because he's trying to be celibate. That's what it is. He's, like, since the fight, he's like, I'm not going to sleep with anyone. And she's just broken up. So it's kind of like that type of thing. I don't even know what that is. I just didn't believe in it. I didn't like it. I thought they were annoying. I thought Hunter was okay. I thought he had a lot of growth, a lot of development, and I liked his character. I just found their relationship annoying. Because I didn't like Demi. I thought she was a terrible friend. Thought she had no redeemable qualities. And she was just, like, awful. Like, she wasn't nice. And I didn't get the love for her. She's also in a sorority. I don't even know. Like, there's just not much. There's a lot of Hunter and Demi in this. And I think what I loved so much about the off-campus series is that there's the 4 guys and they're already friends. And as they're, like, they have relationships, those girls become friends and it's this huge friend group. And there's a lot of, like, camaraderie and friendship and love. And it's just, there's a lot of just, like, friendship and, like, friend group talks. And, you know, they go out and they're, like, together. Like, the love story is there, but there's also, like, friendship. That's not in this at all. And because it's, like, off-season, there's hardly any hockey. So, not that, like, hockey is, like, the huge, like, thing that, like, makes me read these, but, like, why isn't there, like, it's a hockey series. So, I don't know. I also thought Demi was dumb. I thought she was stupid because her boyfriend was clearly cheating on her, and she was like, he's not. And it was long. It was unnecessarily long. I don't know, because, like, half of the book is them being friends, and then, like, a third of the end is them being like, maybe we should sleep together, and then they start sleeping together, and I just didn't like it. I don't know. The last one is The Dare. This follows Connor and Taylor. Taylor is, I think, also part of a sorority. So, there's a lot of sororities in this. Taylor's part of a sorority, and she's plus size, not really. She just got, like, I don't know, she's, like, curvy, but she's not really plus size, but she says she's plus size anyway. So, she is at this party for her sorority, and Connor is there, who plays on Briar U, and we were introduced to him in Hunter's book, the play, and we don't really know much about him. He, like, moved from the West Coast. He's got daddy issues. He basically, like, his mom remarried, and he's got a ton of money. Like, it's a whole long story. But anyway, this mean girl at her sorority, Taylor got caught making out with her boyfriend for a dare or something. And she's pissed about it, even though, like, she didn't know it was her boyfriend, and someone else dared her to do it. So the girl dares Taylor to make out with Connor, and she's like, I don't want to do that. So she goes up to Connor, and she's like, hey, will you go upstairs with me? And he's like, yeah, sure. And she kind of explains the situation to him, and he's like, yeah, of course. So he goes up with her, and she's like, thanks so much. And they start their little friendship, relationship thing. The constant miscommunication in this book was annoying. I can't remember exactly, like, there's a lot of, like, because he is also a playboy, and she's kind of like, what are we type of thing, and she never talks to him about it, so she thinks that he's sleeping with other women, and he's not, but she doesn't talk to him about it, and it was just kind of annoying. I don't know. And then he gets in trouble with, like, this dude. I forgot about that. He, like, I don't know, they just don't really communicate well. because, like, he's in trouble and she's asking why, and he has, like, a wad of cash, and it was just ridiculous. And I didn't like it. And there's a lot of self-fat shaming. Like, this girl looks in the mirror and is just like, I'm disgusting. And it's really sad, and I didn't like that at all. I don't think it's a good look when you're reading something for anyone of any size to read a book about a girl, like, that's plus size. I can't remember if she's plus size or not, but, like, she's meant to be plus size, but is she actually, or is she just, like, curvy? And, like, Connor loves it, and she just, like, hates herself, and I don't think it's a good look to write a book about a plus-size girl and have her hate herself and only become comfortable within herself when she has a guy to make her feel good about herself. Like, you should feel good about yourself because you're beautiful, you know? Not because a guy tells you you're beautiful. So that really bothered me, but I enjoyed this. I thought it was fun to read, other than those two problems. Read it, don't read it, it's completely up to you. This is awful. I will never get good at this. I try so hard to, like, film these right after I read them, but I start other books, and then I don't film the video, and then I have a stack of books, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 series of standalones I still have to film videos for, and that's not including the ones I've read on my Kindle that I haven't actually finished. So yeah, I suck. I don't remember anything. I try very hard, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, all that jazz. All of my social medias will be linked down, will be linked down below if you want to follow those, personal and book-ish, social medias. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching. Bye.